Welcome to the tutorial for the Bryophyta Cardigan. This is a long-sleeved V-neck button-down cardigan with moss stitch ribbing. Before casting on, let's go through some of the materials and information needed, starting with the measurements. The measurements are listed in inches and centimeters in the pattern. I'm going to try and include both as I give the explanations. Underneath measurements, there are 3 measurements that are needed and 4 listed. 2 are for the bust or chest. I use those terms interchangeably. First, the to fit measurement is the actual size of your body, which is the circumference of your chest, and the measurement is taken underneath the arms and across the widest part of your chest. It goes all the way around you. If your exact size isn't listed, use the one that's closest to it. In the instructions, next there is the finished bust or chest measurement. This is the size of the garment itself. The cardigan has 5 inches of positive ease, meaning it will be approximately 5 inches larger than your actual measurement. The front will be 1 inch larger than the back due to the button band. The next measurement is the sleeve seam, which is the length from the armpit to the wrist. The Bryophyta cardigan is designed for an 18-inch sleeve seam, but this can be lengthened or shortened. Just keep in mind, if you lengthen or shorten it dramatically, you may need to recalculate the rate of increases. The last measurement is the side seam, which is the length from the armpit to the hem. This is designed for 15 inches and can be lengthened or shortened as needed. Please keep in mind that there are buttons that are evenly spaced, approximately 2 inches apart, so it may be easiest to lengthen or shorten in 2-inch increments. Essentially, add or subtract a button. The next thing that we need to look at is gauge and needle size. This cardigan is worked at 28 stitches to 10 centimeters or 4 inches. And 36 rows to 10 centimeters or 4 inches. The recommended needle size in the pattern is a US size 2 or 2.75 millimeters, but use whatever size needed to obtain gauge. For my size, the finished bust of 41 inches or an actual bust of 36, I would need approximately 1,500 yards or 1,370 meters of yarn. When in doubt on estimating yarn, I recommend rounding up and then getting familiar with your chosen store's return policy, just in case. So to make this, I only need to know a few basic stitches: how to cast on and cast off, or bind on, bind off. Those terms can be used interchangeably. How to make a knit and purl stitch. How to make a left and right slanting decrease, so a knit 2 together and a slip slip knit, and how to increase using a make 1, which we'll get into here, how to slip stitches, and then how to seam. There are a few things to note about the formatting of the written pattern itself. The different sizes are separated by slashes. I recommend printing out the pattern and marking your size throughout. Lastly, throughout the instructions, you will see directions placed inside of parentheses. Everything within the parentheses is going to be repeated later on. Let's get started with making the back.